Okay, so in the following video, we are going to be doing a 90-90 box breathing. 90 just means 90 degrees at the knees and the hips. Okay, focusing on posture, on breathing, on our core, abs specifically, whilst foam rolling, okay, using the dual massage ball. Now, this is probably one of the best combinations I've put together, and it works really well because my extenders were, they were extended. That's the best way to put it. They were probably overcompensating for a poor core, overcompensating for many things, probably, to be honest. And it's the thing that I have got to relax the best since doing this, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to bring ourselves into the 90-90 box positions, all right? So it's 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees at the hips, like so. Then from here, what we're going to do, put the massage ball along the erectors, okay? Now, you're allowed to move this. There's no reason why you can't move these balls as and when, okay? Obviously, the erectors come there towards the top of the glutes. We can bring them about midway if you want to. For me, I want it right in the middle, okay, right there. Now, the key thing with this exercise is, look at my hips, you do not want that anterior tilt, okay? Because if you're in an anterior tilt, then your erectors are going to be in the shortened position, okay? They're going to be in the erected position, all right? We want them to be on the lengthened position and starting to loosen, okay? So we want to create that posterior tilt with the hips, get the abs engaged, and get those erectors to loosen off. Now, when I do this, I tend to do 10 breaths, okay? So I'm going to do 10 breaths with you right now, all right? But if you have any lower back issues, if you want to really make an effort and difference, then I advise you to do at least 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and even 10 minutes. And it'll make a huge difference, okay? Okay, so balls in position, okay? My hips are in that posterior tilt, so the lower abs are engaged. We're going to take a deep breath in with the abs pulled in. And as we breathe out, we're going to drive out with intent. So it's going to be like this. And as we breathe out, we're going to push our heels into the bench. We're going to create more of a posterior tilt, and we should feel the upper abs also turn on as they engaged. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Drive out. Engage that core more and try and hold that tension. Breathing in. There's 3. And breathing in. Push hard into the heels as you drive down. As much posterior tilt as we can. Breathing in. Move those balls just a little bit. That's 5, probably wrong. 6. 7, I think. 3 more, okay? Breathing in. We drive out because we want the oxygen to obviously come out of our lungs. We want the lungs to literally tighten up because they're trying to push the oxygen out, trying to literally empty its sac. The rib cage then has to drop down, and that's when the abs get switched on, okay? And as we're doing this, then we put more tension into the lower back where the erectors are, hopefully getting those foam rolling balls to work better. Last one. Okay, there's 10 breaths, maybe 11. Now, what you can do in this position is you can hold yourself there for 2 minutes and just do normal breaths. You can go back to doing our breathing technique. Or you can literally just roll the hips, okay? So you can do this position as well. Okay, so when we roll forwards, we want to try and tuck the hips a little bit more. And as we create that posterior tilt, the erectors have to lengthen, okay? And when they lengthen under the foam roller, or under the foam balls, that should put a lot of tension in them, helping them to relax, okay? Now, so far we've only been 30 seconds, okay? You might think 10 minutes is a long time, but it's a great reason to do your breath work, okay? Combine the 2 at once. Trying to loosen the hip flexors, trying to loosen, your erectors, trying to get your breath right and trying to get the core engaged. This is some of the main obstacles that people have, okay? They have tight erectors, tight hip flexors. Their breathing technique's not the best and their core is not engaged. So again, this is such a great exercise to put together. I'm going to go back to my breaths in just a moment. So once we've done 90 seconds of just rolling, I'm going to go back to 10 more breaths. Might be uncomfortable at first, as foam rolling can be. You might find that there's a lot of tension and you might need to raise your hips off the ball a little bit more. But as you practice it more and more, it gets a lot more easier, it gets a lot more comfortable. Okay, there's 90 seconds. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to time it. I'm going to do the 10 breaths again, see how long that takes, and then we'll call it a day on there. Okay, you ready? There's 7. Last one. That's taken us 1 minute. So all in all there, we've probably done about 2, 3.5, maybe 4.5 minutes. Absolutely perfect. But again, it's going to really help loosen those erectors. Enjoy.